And we are live. Wait, why is... that's better. Hey, Cauldron Witch Ouster, what's going on? Well, if you are here, good. I gotta make the light brighter, though. That's better. I guess I will wait for people to come in. Hey, Kelvin, how you doing? Good evening to you, too. I guess we'll wait till more people come in. Maybe the light's a little too bright. That seems about right. Hey, Jose, how you doing? Hey, Stu. How is everybody going? How's everybody doing? What do you mean, everybody going? Make sure you guys like this video so that YouTube know that we are on. So I decided that in this live, we're going to be doing some tarot readings, a card for each. If a donation, then you get put up to the list and 2 cards for this session. Yeah. Okay, so let's who's first. Hey, Hellynack, how you doing? Can you talk about shadow work and how to integrate your shadow self? Well, the most important thing about shadow work is actually breaking down your ego. Breaking down and disassembling your ego. And that comes, it's not fun. I'd like a reading. My question is, what do you need to know right now? Okay. Let's start with that. Shadow work is tricky, and I'll tell you why it's tricky, because everyone is going to have something different to work on. When you do shadow work effectively, you should be able to break down certain things you thought you knew about yourself and reveal things that you have not noticed. Hello, Andrian. What is the light work then? Light work is usually, the thing is this, when you are working with polarities, doing light work is in service of others. When you are doing left-hand work, it is the service to the self. That's how I see it. But I do feel that a lot of people who do service to others don't really work on themselves, I have noticed. But that is just a personal opinion of mine. Okay. Let's see. Shadow work is sweeping away the weakness or parts of our personality that prevent evolution. Stu, I like that. That's a really nice way of explaining it. I mean, is it really weakness? It might be weakness to others, but there's strength in it. It's just hard to break apart. I just don't like to call things as weaknesses. Because is that a dentrum? Does that, you know, hold on, let me think about this for a second. I do believe it's more of a management. Hello, Cauldron Witch. How you doing? Always love to see you. I do believe it's management. Shadow work is management. I just don't like things to be called weakness. Because if we start, if there's something that we need to work on and we consider it a weakness, we might not fully understand it, and we might fully, instead of managing it and understanding how to strengthen it, that we will break it down even more. Does that make any sense? There's my hair sticking out from the side. I'll say 1, 2, or 3. Yes, Stu. I like that better. I mean, I prefer it better, confronting parts of ourselves that hold us back. Just weakness is such a degrading word. And it could really harm the ego in a way of, if it could cause self-sabotage. Okay, yes, 1, 2, or 3. 3. You have 3. This is my interpretation of the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, of course, is Pisces, but look at the cup. It really is a water sign. It is you looking at something that you want to create or behold. But at the same time, we project our emotions. No. We project something that we actually want to happen. But there are things that sometimes hold us back because we doubt that we can't achieve these things. And we might think of someday we might achieve them. Concentrate at the point at task if you want to achieve something, and don't think about someday, because that's not really going to get a person very far. Because when they think someday, that is going to put up a block. That's not going to help you prevail in your goals. Hey, Jack, how you doing? Those who tell us we're weak for flaws are typically bad people. Is there a such thing as bad people? That is a question. Are we doing tarot? Yeah, we're doing the tarot cauldron, which I'm in the mood. That's fine. It's kind of like I decided to do tarot tonight. Finally. Oh, so it's all about tarot with you, isn't it? So anything about demon talk bores you, right? I'm just kidding. Yes. Oh, wow. I see. I love demons. Don't we all? I just did a review of The Exorcist, the Exorcist movie, True Believer. Well, I think The Exorcist Believer. And the way they portrayed Lamashtu, I made a video on it on TikTok. 1 card pull or 3. 1 card. I'll do you next, Cauldron. Which is there a specific question? Or you just want a card pulled? When will you be putting another track together similar to that Misfits I already made a new track, Stu, and I made the music video. It'll be coming out soon as the cover's done. Pull be a card for a message. The message. What kind of a message it is? Everybody in tarot. Okay. Cauldron Witch, 1, 2, or 3. Hold on, guys. I have to write everyone in. Okay. 2. The Two of Wands, well, I look at it, a person not really looking ahead. They think that they have an idea of what actually is going to happen, but there's some things that might be distracting. So try not to. Hold on, my brain just paused. Try to, if there's, it happens. And also, I had a really long day today. If there is a distraction that is going on, to not look ahead, break that distraction and move forward. That's how I actually look at this card. I look at a person trying to manifest things in their life by looking at the world as high above, but usually in reverse, I look at it as something being distracted or not fully focused on the goal at hand. So if there's any goals you need to focus on, this is the time. Okay, interesting, exactly. Okay, Stu, who was next? Kevin. More YouTube videos are coming soon. I have to finish another one. So stay tuned. Share, like, subscribe this video. If you have not liked this video, press that button. Damn, wish you had more than one to get a bigger pick. But yes. A bigger pick in private, exactly. Hey, could you make a video about Boone, please? In the future, I'll keep it in mind. I mean, there's some other things I have to put out. But yeah, I'll keep it in mind. I have never really worked with Boone. I would have to work with him before I would make a video about him. That's what I usually do. I do work with the spirits before I make a video. I do not just want to talk about the spirit that I've never worked with. It's important because you are taking their likeness and you are putting it out. And I do feel that it is respectful to know the spirit before Spektor Baal Sachs returns. Hey, Alistair, how you doing? Okay, Kevin, 1, 2, or 3. Wait, did I do you yet? Fine, eternally conflicted. Kevin, 1, 2, or 3. And we're going once. 3. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. You got the 6 of Wands. Well, yeah, it is one. Yep, it's the 6 of Wands. Usually it's a great card, success, triumph, recognition, praise, but it's reversed. Failure, lack of recognition, no rewards, and lack of achievement, but also can be a mindset. I do believe mindset has a lot to do with it because when we have free will and we make specific decisions, the cards usually change. So if there's something that you are working on, Kevin, and or something that you want to achieve and feel that you might not get it done, change your way of thinking. Okay, Yanis. Calvin. Why did I say Kevin? My mistake. My mistake. If anyone is interested in a consultation about infernal work and klepothic work, contact me by email. I do have slots open for mentorship. I should know since my name is Kevin. Well, yeah, that was my. And what's funny is that I just purchased a very big monitor, so actually I could see a lot more. It doesn't seem that it's clear enough, doesn't it? Okay, I guess I have to get used to it. Stu, you're next. Also, any super chats are appreciated. Helps the channel. One. Okay. I guess you're not going anywhere. I don't mean to laugh. It's just the chariot. Stagnation. This is all that comes to my mind when working with the chariot. Stagnation. The thing is also, if you look at this as the pillar of severity and the pillar of mercy, also could mean stagnation when it comes to any type of spirituality. Sometimes we usually get in our way when we want to actually move forward. Chariots are really good when moving forward, especially when it comes to the way the universe works. But sometimes we really get in our way and we can't move forward because sometimes the ego gets involved. Nothing needs to be actually whipped into submission. So there's some sort of stagnant actually happening. Thank you so much, Cauldron Witch. I truly appreciate it. I really do. I would like a reading if possible. Okay. You are next after Yanis. Food for thought. What, isn't it all food for thought? Okay. Okay, let me just write this down. Okay, Yanis. So while I am mixing these cards, how is everybody doing? I know how you're doing, Cauldron Witch. Hey, Brooklyn. Oh, Cauldron Witch, how is your foot? Fair enough for Yanis, but I asked for a card reading before him. Yes, you did, Alistair. And thank you for pointing that out. I'm doing able. I mean, It's doing better, able to walk better for sure. That's great. I'm looking at the world in turmoil and wondering. Spektor, you need a list logger person. Exactly. That's what I need. I'm a one-man band. One-man band. Okay, Alistair, come on. 1, 2, or 3. Then it's your turn, Yanis. 2, Alistair. Let's see what happens. What do you get? What do you get? Alistair, you're energetic, charming, rebellious, a free spirit. Well, this sounds like a state of emotions. This is actually a really good card. All the above. Well, you know what? Take the energetic, rebellious, and free spirit and get to work. Go do something with that fire under your butt. So then you could get things done. Okay, Yanis, you are next. Cauldron Witch, weren't you doing something clipothic or some sort of ritual thing that you were telling me about? How did that go? The song I Walk Alone enters my mind. I never saw that song, I Walk Alone. Hold on a second, I just need to mute this. Green Day, Boulevard of Dreams. I think I remember that song. I don't remember how it went. Okay. Giannis, you said 2. Cauldron Witch, what are you going to do on Halloween? What are you going to be? Giannis, you're the fool. You're a fool, Giannis. No, but honestly, this is a really good card. Well, actually, it's a 2-sided card because new beginnings, things that are starting anew, new practice when it has to do with magic. It really depends. Or it could be when a person is extremely arrogant, they're going to fall off a cliff. But I believe this has to do with new beginnings with you. I do not think of arrogance when I am thinking of this card at the moment. Oh, you're not going out. Yeah, I'm not doing anything either. I'm not going out. Doing rituals is one thing, but it also, my old cat, Moisa, rest is Biddy Hard with Bastet, died on Halloween. So every time Halloween comes, I, of course, put a candle for my old cat. Hey, Ella, I love when the Fool comes up, especially with someone who says it's a gig. Exactly, I love the Fool. Guys, keep liking the video. It's already 10 likes. You could give it another 5. I'm too old to go out. Cauldron Witch, it's never too old to do nothing. It's just not in the mood. like sometimes I'm not in the mood to do anything. It's always about the mood. True. Yeah, it's a lot of effort. You gotta get dressed. You gotta comb the hair. You gotta. I mean, it's easier here. I mean, in New York, you just go out, but still. Oh, thank you, Ella. Okay, Hal, you're next. Helenak, are you still there? Watching horror sorcery movies and reading about Sam Hain Halloween. Yeah, I've been watching horror movies constantly. I love horror movies. Cauldron Witch already knows how much I like horror movies, and I love slashers. Demon movies and slashers. Not the slasher has to be creative with its practical effects. I still haven't seen the movie Terrifier 2, and that's supposed to be pretty good. Pumpkin pie. I like pumpkin pie. Great. Now you're getting me hungry. A ghost hunt and pumpkin pie. Pie. Pumpkin pie with magical herbs inside. Anyway. Yeah, Terrifier is awesome. Gory. Oh, honey bunny, now you make me want to go watch it. I watched Terrifier 1. I thought it was great. It was really creepy. So the gore is awesome. I'm in it for gore. Unless, I mean, if it makes sense, but, you know, I don't even know if Terrifier is, um, what is it? What did I want to call it? Supernatural? I mean, I thought, is he like Jason? Is he like Michael Myers? Even though I'm a more fan of Jason than Michael Myers. Okay. Hell. You said card number 1, right? Yeah. You got the Lovers. Disharmony, imbalance, and some sort of conflict is going on. Some conflict and some sort of detachment. Maybe this detachment needs to take place for a person to make some sort of a decision. It also means disharmony. Usually, when it comes to some sort of relationships, can it mean disharmony for oneself? No, this has to do with disharmony of maybe an individual. Sometimes detachment is important to actually assess the situation that you are in. And then move about with that. Anyway, moving on. Brooklyn, you are next. Every time I think you are next, I keep thinking of that movie, Bloodsport. You are next. Oh, you're starting a relationship. Well, congratulations. Make sure there's communication. If there's any type of disattachments that's happening, try to communicate it, if it's actually going on with either side, because if that's going to happen, then there might be some conflict. He lives far. Oh, well, that's communication's even more important then. If it's a long distance relationship, communication is really important because the mind loves to wander. Okay, Brooklyn, you are next. I am getting a kick out of saying that. I would choose a flat attachment style if I were to have a conscious say on how to relate to a flat attachment style. What does that exactly mean? Long distance is tough. It is. It's not easy. It's not easy. Person needs self-control, extreme amount of communication, a lot of video chatting, a lot of video calling, a lot of spicy time on the phone, all types of stuff. You did your last one for 18 years. Well, I had a situation like that a year and a half ago that ended. And they were in Europe. Cauldron Witch, it's tricky. Why? It's tricky because it's easier to assess situations while not being in some sort of dating or relationship. But when you're in it, there is a lot of, rose-colored glasses that are going on, and it's important to try to step back. But sometimes we get into these situationships to learn something. And I've learned a lot after my last one of what things not to do. So, yeah, it's a learning experience. That's it. If there's communication, and plus if the other person is not doing any type of magical working or shadow work on themselves, it's a lot harder. Okay. So I'm relatively new in my work. Blah blah blah. Hold on. Let me get it. I got I was just thinking about the long distance thing. So let me just get back onto what's going on. I only could do one thing. I can't multitask, guys. I only could do one thing at a time. Whew. Okay, Brooklyn, you are next. So I'm relatively new to working with Goetia and Lilith in particular. My question is it possible to be welcomed into the clip without having done blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can be invited. You can't really be invited into the clip-off. Sometimes if you're working with Lilith, Asmodeus, or any other deity, they might give you glimpses into the clip-off. Can you be initiated in the clip-off without knowing? No, I don't think you can, because I do think it's a conscious effort of work. And I understand that I am going by my training on how I teach and my philosophy on how to work effectively with the clip-off. The way I mentor is everybody has their own specific way of working. You could call the mentorship as me being just the person that is the boatman, like Karen, just watches things. Everybody's going to have their personal experiences. In the clip-off, there's going to be certain things that tie things. Let's say in Gamaliel, if you're in the sphere of Gamaliel, which is the back of Yesod, the sky is red, it is a desert setting, and Lilith rules that sphere. But I do believe somewhat Lamashtu also has a part in it. Things of that have to be kind of the same, but everything involved is the magician's individual progress when working with these energies. I do feel when people put too much on what should be and what shouldn't be is going to hinder the progress of the specific person that is trying to achieve that goal. The clip-off is not anything that has to do with the collective, but it's something that works against the collective. It is autonomous. It is individuality in all its shape and form. I hope that makes some sense. Alistair, it is an attachment style of a psychopath. I am from Brazil. He is from Sweden. Ooh. Well, hell, I'll tell you one thing. You have to make it a sense of seeing each other in some way, shape, or form in person. You can't fully, unless you already met in real life, it's important to meet as soon as you can. Then you really start to kind of understand the person or feel how it is to hang out with that individual. But these are my thoughts. I mean, when I was in the long distance thing, oh, you came from Sweden 2 days ago. Okay. When I was in a long distance thing, I made sure that I went to see this individual, or the person would see me. Because I've seen situations where somebody's in long distance and then like, I didn't see this person for 10 years. I'm like, how are you even, what kind of a relationship is this? So, I understand. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. Thank you so much for loving my maniacal laughter. Let's get back to reading. Okay, Brooklyn, you're next. I don't think I just been, guys, we're taking our time in the readings. So I'm just letting everybody know that. Brooklyn, I don't remember. Did you say 1, 2, or 3? Because I'm trying to find you. And I already have so much already that I have to read. Oh, can you please make more videos about different demons, how to work with them, what they like, etc.? I would like a video about Moloch. Good. I'm going to be doing something about Moloch. I work with Moloch extensively. I think Moloch is a wonderful spirit. I do realize that a lot of people in the magic community, especially on TikTok, are afraid of Moloch. Many people really are feared from Moloch. And I feel that the history and the lore of Moloch, because of the sacrificing, is what puts them into fear. So they create their own narrative that these demons or the lore of these spirits have not done these things. It's the same thing with Lilith. Lilith, yes, she kills babies. Yes, Lilith hunts men at night. This is what she does. People say, no, this was wrong. I'm sorry. It's like saying, well, this is what I did in the past. I feel people put in their own narrative because they are frightened and they want to make themselves feel better. Yes, Cauldron Witch, what kind of question do you have? You always pick 3, Brooklyn. Well, let's see what's on 3. You got the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords reversed. Ooh. What does that exactly mean? Decisions. Usually the 2 of Swords always means some sort of decisions. Decisions that one cannot see because one is maybe looking too much inside themselves. Sometimes we look inside ourselves too much and are in our head without allowing the decision to just allow itself to present itself. I just threw the card over there. So allow the decision to come. If there's some decision that you have to make and you are having an anxiety of it, let it go and let it come naturally, because you're going to make the wrong decision if you do not do that. La 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 la. Okay, next. Hello, everyone. Hello, Howling. Sorry, I just saw your message now. Can someone tell you that a particular spirit wants to be your Patreon, even if you never worked with the spirit before? I had someone in my live tell me that they were told this, and now okay. Cauldron Witch, there's going to be different thoughts about this, but this is what I think about. I also sometimes I get clients that say that this person said that this demon or spirit wants to work with them. What I would do is I would contact that demon and ask that demon myself. Because sometimes I do feel that magicians specifically are too much in their own way to hear the message of what's going on, because it's, again, about their narrative. The whole point of deconstructing the ego and working with the Klipothic tree helps deconstruct this so that you may put it aside so that the message becomes clearer. The energies have to dumb down the message to us. in a way that we could understand through auditory, which is in our head, of course, or even pictures, if it's easier for us to actually get. It really depends on the person. But yeah, I consider that you should do that on your own. I am not a person. Somebody said that this spirit wants to talk to you. I will go deal with that spirit myself. If that spirit really wants to talk to me, then that spirit will present itself to me and not through someone else. Unless, let's say, it's presenting to another person that's pretty dense and has not really worked on their astral work and has not worked on their psychic abilities, I could see that another person could say, well, this demon wants to work with you. But let's say this. Let's say somebody comes to me and says, somebody told me that this demon wants to work with me. I would say improve your psychic ability so you could talk to that spirit yourself. I would help improve the psychic abilities of this person so they could deal with that themselves, so they could rely on themselves and what spirit wants to talk to them and not rely on somebody else. But I'm all about autonomy. I hope that makes sense. I surrounded Moloch once and felt very lonely energy. Interesting. And he didn't want to leave after I was done, like he wanted attention. I felt bad for him. Hunter, the thing is this. There's different off topic. I love your yellow lamp you left. Thank you so much. Yeah, this lamp actually was left to me by a dear friend of mine. It's like from the 1920s. I'm never selling that lamp. I think it's so cool. Okay, let's get back to Moloch. Now, the thing with Moloch is that there's different situations that you can meet Moloch or any other spirit. The heyday of Moloch or the lost forgotten god of Moloch. You could say different time periods. I have met Moloch in a very lonely state, and I have met Moloch in a very strong state. That would depend on how you were interacting or what mindset you also had. Also, understand that sometimes we can project without knowing things upon the spirit, which is really our narrative on that spirit. So we have to just be aware of these things. Yes, exactly. Get to know them, right? I that performing magic is not the person doing it, but the universe and the person acting on destiny together. Your experience. I am sorry, Alistair. I need to reread that. I that performing magical rituals is not the person doing it, but the universe and the person acting. This is a very good question. I do believe that it's possible that when we're doing rituals that we are bending things and bending energies to our will. When we are or having help with the infernos that are bending it to them will, to their will, under what we ask the infernos we need help with. But you could go so far. I feel a presence around me that I assume is Azazel, and so I imagine this energy is him, but I can't quite make out what he's trying to tell me. Alistair, the thing that's very important to do when working with energies, and I have noticed this by myself, is I'm extremely analytical. And you want to sever your head. Not literally, of course. But what you want to do is you want to imagine that if you are just feeling the energy with your body of trying not to think of it with your mind, that way you could really connect with the energy without creating anything to add on to that energy. Sometimes when we're actually contacting spirits, and me included, our mind gets involved, especially when we don't know what spirit we're contacting. I mean, a spirit we're trying to contact. How does this energy feel? How am I going to feel? How does this energy think of us? Blah, blah, blah. So you just want to see if that works because I've been doing it that way and it helps me much more. It works swimmingly. Swimmingly is good, like water. Hey, Jack Spector, have you ever heard of the band Akar Akerkaki? No. No. Do you use pendulums or spirit boards? No, I don't even use spirit boxes. I use obsidian crystals when I do divination. I use crystals of smoky quartz to expand the ritual so it could expand my third eye so I could see, or I have a point of focus. So let's say you're working with something and you want to make sure that you have your point of focus on what you're working with, because sometimes we're in the astral, our brain just goes and swims away. So what you would want to do is you want to put a crystal or something for point of focus to kind of refocus you at the task at hand. That's what I do. I never try to use pendulums. Maybe I should try. Spirit boards I'm not really interested in. I thought about it though, because I would want to contact Lilith and see with a spirit board, but no. I already have direct communication. Why am I going to do something extra? Exactly. Why would I want to do something extra? It's better to communicate with the spirits straight. This thing goes in focus and goes out of focus. I'm going to see how it is with. I'm waiting for a battery so I could try to do these lives from my DSLR mirrorless camera and see how that works. But I need to get a battery. Also, I have a zero planet in my water zodiac. Okay. And my fire planet, I don't even have any fire in my my chart. So, and my fire planet in water. I am not really too keen on astrology. I have not researched enough of astrology, but I've never found a connection to it as much. Not now. Maybe in the future I will, but now I haven't. Any good horror recommendations for Halloween? Hold on, I missed the question. Hold on, Ella. Do you interpret the myths about such beings as Lilith and probably spelled wrong as literal, figurative, or someone in between? I feel it's someone in between. Do I feel it's literal? I mean, the myths of, people taking, children with Moloch, that's technically, I think that was fact. But I do feel that they say that people actually did human sacrifices. But I don't think it was that with Moloch. I think a lot of children at that time passed away and they were given to Moloch after that, after that tragic nature that happened, from what I understood. The Void is a great one. The Dark Song is another good. Oh, I really like The Dark Song. It's a great movie. I do feel that the elderly man in The Dark Song really took advantage of the young woman for his selfish needs. He wanted to use his occult stick. I feel so much anger. Anonymous, why are you feeling anger? There are always of doing there are ways of doing child that don't include harming living. Well, there's always ways of doing any type of sacrifice. But yeah, I don't think it was literally people harming their children. Well, yeah, but if you do enough research, it wasn't really children sacrifice, it was children that are already passed on, which makes sense. I felt the old gods and demons are gonna make a big comeback soon. Well, Andres is popping up and becoming more known in occult circles now, which surprises me. Malak is going up a little bit, not by much. Asmodeus has always been around. I feel like if there was a god, he treated me unfairly, so I'm just so angry. I deserve better. Come to our side. It's better. Go straight with Cauldron Wicks. Just come to our side, Anonymous. It is better on our side. Greetings, Yigigradim. Andres and Belial are two I see circulating quite enough. Yeah, I see Belial a lot. No, we don't bite. We're really tender. But when we bite, it's spicy hot. I hope these Bronze Age gods become. I hope. I hope. I hope these Bronze Age gods become mainstream. Milk and cookies and tequila. Oh my God, that's funny. Tequila. Yeah, we have tequila on our side. Cookies? Well, they're special cookies. You know, they have an herb in them. Our side has cookies. Hey, TC Knight, how you doing? Good to see you. The occult and ancients gods saved my life, and well, yeah, well, that's for sure. They save a lot of people. Well, that's the thing with the church. Everybody thinks they're right. They think their God is right. Another church thinks their God is right. It's a big mess. Well, Anonymous, you are welcome. You are welcomed here. Hail to the hunter. Lucifer saved me from myself. Oh, I could believe that. Lucifer's a very kind spirit. I don't bite. I would feast on someone's heart if it were to come to that. So I just stick to clearing Adam and thinking. Well, everybody just get their, roasting sticks out and let's all make a fire, I guess. A fire. We have cookies and tequila. That's actually funny. Could you just imagine? You know what? Imagine Santa Claus eating cookies and like instead of milk. Heidi, what are you doing? Say something. Heidi never says anything. Then you sit on Santa's lap. Oh yeah, then it'll be sure to be a ho ho ho. Asmodeus Asmodeus has been very silent. What the heck? I just muted this. Asmodeus has been very silent recently. I feel like he walked out of my practice and he gives me signs. This is the thing. Spirits will come and go because they have free will. So I do think a lot of it has stemmed from our abandonment wounds when a demon actually just says, listen, I'll talk to you later. I do feel that we feel when we have some sort of contact with the spirit and we build some sort of a bond, once they move on their way, we start feeling like they actually somewhat abandoned us. Right, Hi? She just made a noise. So the thing is, you have to think about that it's something with the magician, not the demon. The demon has the free will to come and go as they please. I sometimes have spirits hanging around, sometimes I don't, and I don't even think about it. You know, I never think of one spirit leaving me or not. If one spirit leaves, another one comes. There's something else that I need to learn. Some stick around, some don't. It doesn't matter, because if you're working on deification, you're working on building yourself to an awareness of yourself, which you are trying to build to become very similar to the deities that you work with. So it's self-reliance, autonomy, and independence. And that is how I look at it. I hope that makes sense. The technometer on my car doesn't measure engines and RPMs. It measures my blood pressure. Hadi, do you want to say hello to the YouTube era of occultists or not? Come here. Come here. Okay, say hello. Look at the camera, not at the table. She really doesn't like this. Do you like this? No. Go. Great, now I have hair on my nose. Yeah, well, great. Now I have hair all over my nose. Yeah, and it isn't something bad you did either. Sometimes they simply taught you all you needed to know, and their journey with you has reached its conclusion. Ella also makes a good point. Yeah, Heidi. She's not really a people person much. She likes to be held in very limited quantities. And then she says, I want to go, I want to go. Fine, go. No, cauldron which I have only one cat. I don't need two cats. One is enough. I already have this one staring at me in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping. Well, yeah, the black cat personality, they're very independent, but they also like to talk like a lot. Bombays are like, brr, like they like to talk about absolutely nothing. I swear we've seen a tear cat. My cat acts like she's too good to be petted. Tiger cat. You have a tiger cat? Alistair, I love my kitty. However, she does bite me at random times and claw at my face. Claw at your face at 3 a.m. Yeah, my cat doesn't claw at my face, but she will actually turn her butt to my face and fall asleep, and then I wake up with her tail slapping me upside my nose. And I'm like, go to sleep. Stop trying to wake me up with your butt. I thought I seen a great tiger cat with large black markings in the room there of yours. A real cat or an astral cat? No, there is no real cats. I don't have another cat. It could be the lighting doing it, though. I mean, I bought a red gel here that's shooting against the wall. Yeah, that would be terrible if cats actually eat spicy food. That's why I thought you had to. Yeah, it makes sense because, well, first of all, I have an oriental carpet here that's actually like tiger color. So I wouldn't be surprised when she was walking by, maybe something like that happened. The trick of the eye tricks. But you don't understand, human. If I had a reason to wake you, I'd be very good. That's true. Cats actually, I think cats assume that we're also cats. That's where I read. I don't know how accurate that is. I like that rug. It really ties the room together. Thank you. I love Oriental stuff. You know, I like this, you know, Arabic type of stuff. I think it's really cool. It reminds me of magic. I have a calico kitten a few months old, and she is so talkative and affectionate, way more than Black and my gray. Calicos are pretty affectionate. I mean, Moisia was a gray Russian, a Russian blue. She was very, very talkative. An orange person and a black person. Cat? We're talking about cats still, or we're talking about furniture now? Okay. I like Persians, but whoa, so much hair. You have to, you want another card, Alistair. They both speak Farsi. Oh, they speak Farsi. I'm playing Castlevania in marathons. What do you mean you're playing Castlevania? You're playing the game Castlevania? Which one? There's so many Castlevanias. Oh, you're playing the TV show? I thought right away that. I don't know. I've been watching the TV show Chucky. I just finished the third season. No, not the third season. It's still going. I like the show Chucky. I think it's hilarious. Cauldron Witch, are you watching Chucky, the TV show, or not? I would think you would watch it. Alistair, 1, 2, or 3? I'm not talking to you, Heidi. We already talked to you. We're done with you. Go lay down. Can a demon scratch you? I felt my neck really itching, burning after trying to talk to Salos once. Then I saw a lot of marks on my neck. No, I wouldn't be surprised. I do think that might be possible. I have had situations years ago that I was talking to a spirit. It wasn't even a demon. It was an Egyptian spirit, and I woke up with markings. I do feel that that might be possible. No, I don't have a TV. I don't watch it on TV, Cauldron, which I watch it on the computer. I would just think because, you know, it's horror movies. Jewish people really don't think of Halloween at all. I mean, I'm half Jewish, but no, they don't really think of it at all. Not that I know of. 3. Bad luck, Alistair. Lack of control. Clinging to control. Stop controlling everything. Nothing's going to work if you're going to try to control things. You need to disassemble and not control anything. Stop controlling things. No, Ella, there's no card for one card. If you want 2 cards, there is a super chat donation. But if you want to donate to help the channel, my demons and I would appreciate it. I will pull a card for you. Castlevania, great. Now you're gonna guys make me want to watch Castlevania. Ella, I'm going to continue to mix these cards until you tell me to stop. Is there a different way of not controlling things behind? Alistair, I already told you, stop controlling things. It was the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Lack of control, clinging to control, and unwelcome changes. Maybe some delays. If there's something that you are trying to control, or you want an outcome of something, let it go. Okay. 1, 2, or 3, Ella? I got to run, but thanks for sharing your time with us, man. Always good. Great, honey bunny. Thank you so much for being here. 2. 5 of Wands. Conflict happening. Mostly likely delays. Saturn, Aries, and merciless. Well, it does mean delays. If there's some sort of delays going on, then just allow them to happen. Sorry, I had to clean poop. Well, it's important to clean the poopy. Okay, so this is conflict, Ella. Conflict, mostly emotional. This needs to be resolved. When conflict happens within us, we are trying to figure out a way of what to do. Cauldron, you're gonna make me freaking I can't litter lord. That's good. So when there is specific conflict, what needs to be done is needs to be let go and allow any types of emotions of any type of conflict that is happening to actually dissolve so things move forward. Just send money to Venmo. What the heck is happening here? Thank you so much for the donation. Okay. Oh my God. You are next in your reading. I'm going to mix the cards and you are going to tell me when to stop. Oop. That makes sense, actually. So would you say praetor as a careful decision? Yes. I would carefully make the decision and let things die down so it's not forced. I drew a card this morning and it was upright of 5 pentacles. My tarot book tells me I'll be facing financial difficulties today. Oh, stop. Okay, we stopped. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. This card is the 6 of Cups. This has to do with familiarity, healing, comfort, and pleasure. This is a very good card. I would say this card has a lot to do with remembering what is important and dealing with that. But this is a warm card of healing. It also can also mean some sort of nostalgic thoughts that might be coming into your mind. Maybe between you and another individual. And the Devil, which usually means anything that has to do with material matter. The thing is, looking at things from a deeper level and not from an outer level. An outer level of surface level of things is materialism. Even materialistic emotions. And that can happen. When somebody projects something upon somebody else, it's extremely surface level because they don't know that person. So just be aware when connecting to things of nostalgia and healing, especially when dealing with another person. Yay. Thank you, everybody, for liking the live and the donations. They will help the channel for me to bring more good stuff for the channel. Like peeing your pants. Like peeing your pants. No one else can see it, but only you can. Oh my God, you're cracking me up today. Nobody could feel the warmth, that's for sure. You only could feel that warmth once it drops down in your sock and your shoe. I'm choking now. Oh my God, that's funny. Hey, that's another thing. Think about it. It's cold, especially in New York, it gets cold. You don't know what to do. You take off your shoe, you pee in your shoe, you put your shoe back on, and often you're going into the snow. As long as I don't freeze. You could always look, pee does keep you warm. Ay, ay, ay. What do you think the best thing to use for a ward is? Well, wards are very good to use to keep things away from you. So instead of doing some sort of baneful workings or anything, you could create a ward that could just be thrown back at the person whoever tries to do something. So it's kind of a double thing. Plus, you don't have to really worry about it once you put the wards up. But if you do wards, you want to make sure that you don't just do one ward and that's it. You want to put them, maybe do once a week, do every 2 weeks. I have to do it almost every once a week since I'm always online on TikTok, and everybody, if somebody doesn't like you on TikTok, they're going to just create a video and say, I'm going to throw a baneful magic, which makes me freaking laugh. It's hilarious. It's like, if I'm going to throw somebody on someone, why am I going to create a video that I'm going to make throw something on you? It makes no sense to me. And I do think that sometimes maybe magicians do this for an intimidation of psychological warfare, but come on, it's really funny. I don't agree with your thoughts. I'm going to do a baneful. My God, you got a lot to work on if you're going to be doing that. Exactly. Oh, I didn't even know we had those type of emojis here. Oh, I love that. Okay. Devil was a rough one for me last September. I was nostalgic for my magical lifestyle in previous months, and my struggle was grounding myself, which I had a trouble attitude about. I'm cynical. Well, sometimes we're all cynical in a way, aren't we? If I'm doing evil against another, nobody will know. Well, that's the thing. Is it really evil? The thing is this. I always look at working with the currents of the clip-off. I never try to work against it because I don't want blowback. So if doing any type of working, I do consider that you get a deck of this and you read up the divination that if you do it, is there going to be blowback? If there is, that's already your free will to make the decision if you're going to do it or not. But at least it'll make you think, is it worth it? If I'm doing evil against another, no, that's why I put it in quotes. That makes sense. That all makes a lot of sense. It all makes a lot of sense. I don't know too much. Oh, the only drama that I've been seeing on YouTube is everything about Sniper Wolf, everything about her. I don't know if everyone has seen it, but it's all over TikTok. I mean, not TikTok. It's everything is on YouTube about her. Sniper Wolf is a YouTuber that has 5.3 million subscribers that runs a gaming channel. There was another individual on YouTube, a pretty big YouTuber, that was making videos of her saying how she is not crediting the videos that she's taken from TikTok. And because of this, she started getting angry. And she doxed the guy. She actually went to his house. She made an Instagram video about contacting her 5.3 million subscribers saying, I'm going to go to this person's house. Yeah, she's 34 million. Yeah. So she goes and doxes this person. I mean, you go to someone's house. I mean, I understand if you're invited, let's say Cauldron and invite you or invite anybody, that's fine. But without knowing, you just go to their house. So then, and she films it saying, should I go see this guy at his house? I mean, that's not normal to me. And every YouTuber just went nuts. Like you're allowing doxing, so they wanted to demonetize her or give her some sort of a penalty to take off the platform because I mean she makes a lot of money. I think she makes up to $2,000 to $10,000 a day. I mean it's crazy the money she makes here. And YouTube supposedly took her and demonetized her for how long I don't know as a penalty. So I don't know what's going on with that. But everybody was like, you actually went to somebody's house? What the heck? Yes, she's still on YouTube. People just wanted her out because they feel that's dangerous. But they just demonetize her because I think she makes a lot of money for YouTube. So I don't know what else is going on. I just hope they resolve it because it's like, they were saying that does YouTube play favorites, Exactly. That's the problem. She did it for the views, and then it kind of backfired. And then I think she was also making fun of, I think it's Jax Films is who was the other guy. And he says she came, to the house. And she's like, I'm with my wife, and who the heck is knocking on the door? Oh yeah, I really, if I ever curse, exactly. Well, I mean, Cauldron, you ever heard, money talks, BS walks, But yeah, I mean, she makes a buttload of money. Thank you, Jose. What do I need to know about my relationship with Lucifer? Okay, let's see about this. Can glaring and thinking angry thoughts be a workable vector for baneful work? I mean, you could subconsciously do something. It depends how strong you are. I mean, but I do feel that it's no control. I do sometimes, like, there's some people who actually never do magical workings and, they think it's something negative happening to somebody else. And it happens. But I think that's a person that doesn't have any control over what they're doing. They're like, and then, the ego starts to grow bigger because, oh, I did this. I think a person should have a matter of management. I mean, evil eye does work. I mean, that I know. Yeah, she got demonetized, but nobody knows for how long. Jose, 1, 2, or 3? I think the neighbor came. 2. Jose, you got the Chariot. The Chariot is stagnation. The thing with Lucifer is that hopefully when working, if you are working with Lucifer and he is, trying to guide you in something specific, then maybe one should listen. I have situated a situation with me when I'm working with Malak that he told me something that wasn't really healthy for my health. No, I was smoking actually cigarettes, and he told me to stop. And I came back from Germany. I was actually smoking cigarettes, and I haven't smoked in over 10 years. And all of a sudden, I started getting addicted again. I was editing my music video, "Vivid Dreams," which is coming out, dedicated to the womb of the clip-off Lilith. I can't wait to release it for you guys to see it. And he told me to stop smoking. And I'm like, yeah, I will. And all of a sudden, I just started coughing and like coughing violently to the point that I couldn't breathe. I started wheezing. I'm like, okay, fine. You want me to stop? I'll stop. That's the thing with, if you tell and work with a demon and, they're looking out for you. And if you don't, they're going to force you to do it. So just letting you know, if you ever get into a discussion with the spirit that you're working with and you said that you're going to do this and you don't do it, get ready to pay the repercussions for it. I don't know if any of you have that situation, but I have. They're like one of my students today told me, they're like your drill instructor. Which I love that. They're like a drill instructor in the army. You're going to be doing this for your own good. So anyway, this is forcefulness with no direction. It also means powerless and aggressions. If there's any type of obstacles, Jose, that Lucifer's might be putting you through, you need to continue to try to get through them, but not forcibly. If you force something, it's not going to turn out real well. So make sure that if you're trying to force a relationship to flourish, that's not going to help. You need to let go of anything that you have toward Lucifer and stop worrying about the relationship with Lucifer and just work with him without worrying of what Lucifer might think of you or any actions that you might do. Glaring and think of that. Oh, we already went through. Apparently, heard that. Okay. I was taught by a teacher of mine how to cast an evil eye. Why would you? It's easy to cast an evil eye, but why even do that? That's just a waste of my time. 2 upside down chariots in one night. Ooh. Where I make use of something destructive toward an individual, I'd want to be very clear on my intentions and the severity of the damage I wish to cause. That's smart. That's good, Ella. Talk about stalled movement. I like Azazel. I do like it when Azazel is hanging around town. Even on the slow days, I feel like I'm going forward with things. Azazel actually gets everything done. I had a sort of similar dynamic with Ranov for a time. I never worked with Ranov. He was Borchi, but very strict. Good-humored. Hello, Sarah. What's going on with you? I Venna, but wasn't sure if you're getting ready to wrap up. No, I'll still hang out. I'll still hang out a little bit. I have no problem. The only thing, you guys have to wait because I need something to drink. I'm thirsty. When working with King Belial, he introduced me to President Marbus. Great energy. I love President Marbus. Oh my God, Venmo. Spell check. I wasn't sure what you just said. I venomed. Like, wow, you're sending me some venom. That's hilarious. Well, I usually pull 2 cards, Jose, for Super Chat. 1 to 2 cards. Depends on the Super Chat. But I do just give a more detailed reading. Sarah, I'm going to mix this. You tell me when to stop. Why do I keep hearing people go, Cauldron, it's fine with PayPal. Actually, guys, Venmo and PayPal is fine, or Cash App. Super chatting also, yeah, just do it that way. It doesn't really matter. Exactly, Cauldron Witch. You're totally right. Oh, stop. I stopped. We stopped. Two of Cups. A man and a woman of unity between both polarities of the masculine and the feminine. Unity, partnership, attraction, connection, close bonds, joining forces, and mutual respect. Could be a relationship with someone, friendship or otherwise. But no, the thing is when meeting someone new or someone that you know, be sure to break down the projection of what they might be. They might not be who they say they are, because sometimes we look with the best intentions with our eyes. But we should always try to pay attention to the energy of that specific person. Or this will happen. We know what this card is, isn't it? 9 of Swords. A painful card. A card of pain. It's in reverse, but it still has things that have to do with reflection and recovering and learning to cope with something you might not really fully agree with. It also could mean some sort of guilt that might be rising up of any type of actions that might have been done. Why did I think that my cat's just passing? But it's a more better card than, of course, than, having it upright. With the negativity, a despair, and the nightmares of isolation. Anyway, the whole point of this reading is that try to connect with energy instead of just connecting of what we see as a projection of what our ego projects for the narrative of our own making. We should cheer him up. Cheer who up? I like Belial too. True to text. Oh, I love Belial. I haven't worked with him too much, but a lot of my students do. I think the guy in the Nine of Swords. You do have a point. It could be. But when I when I look at male or female when it comes to cards, I don't always relate it to the sex on the card. I try to relate it to emotions and things of that nature. What am I doing on Halloween? I'm gonna dance naked under the moon. Live. That would be a crack up, wouldn't it? I paid for that. Oh my god, that would be funny. I would. It would be a what's it called? What's it called? Pay-per-view. Pay-per-view. Spektor in the night. Yeah, OnlyFans, exactly. The clip of Daddy dancing in the pale blue light. But all seriousness, I don't think I'm doing anything. I'm going to buy a candle for my dead cat. That's what I'm doing. I mean, they usually have a Halloween, thing for New York, but it's dangerous, especially now. With everything going on there, they're warning a lot of people not to go out. So yeah, I'm not going to take any chances. And plus, some people are just Anyway, everybody, let you go. I have some things that I still have to do, and I have to edit a new YouTube video and film it. So thank you all for coming and making me laugh, and hopefully everybody else in the chat laugh too. Set up your OnlyFans. Yeah, imagine that. Spektor Baal has an OnlyFans. I could do an OnlyFans where I'm naked except for the skulls and hooves. Yeah, but it would probably be an occult OnlyFans. Anyway, everyone have a good night. Glad to see everyone. Glad to see you, Cauldron Witch, as always. Great to see you, Jose, Alistair, Ella, Sarah, OMG. Welcome, Anonymous. Take care, everyone.